Welcome everyone to Happy Wolf Art and another episode of new comics and just a stack of comics that I'm reading this week or have read. Some of them I actually have not read, but and at the end of this video I'm going to show some art for the new Happy Valley project that I'm working on, and currently I have about 11 or so pages. Have not begun coloring on it, but I just want to give a sneak peek for those of you that have been watching this video or these videos and stuff and subscribing to the channel. So thank you all for that. And this first one here, DuckTales #1. This is by Dynamite. Just came out last week, and I forgot to include it in last week's stack. So this is the 1 in 10 copy, ratio variant foil. And I think it's one of the better looking covers. So anyways, if you're a Duck fan of Uncle Scrooge or just a Duck fan in general, then this will be a fun series for you. Give you a quick look through, show you what the art looks like. The first part of it, it's if you're familiar with Uncle Scrooge, you're going to be familiar with the story. And pretty much it's just setting up who is Uncle Scrooge for new readers, and his 3 nephews, and there's obviously some comedic interaction. So here we have a nice 2-page spread, Duckburg, and various adventures ensue after this. So it was a fun read, quick read too, and really enjoyable. But I like the cover for this one. I was able to get my hands on it because I'm doing the ordering at my local comic shop, and so I was able to pre-order this. And alright, so let's move on to the next one. We have Turtles of Grayskull. Issue 1 was enjoyable, but a little bit of a difficult read. The story elements didn't quite flow together well. A little bit similar on this one. And so I've been reading these 2 or 3 times through and just being really patient with them. If you like Turtles, like He-Man, you're going to like this for the most part. Some of the writing, again, is just it could be better, I guess. But the story is interesting. The art, Freddie Williams, is always really enjoyable. And so I'll be continuing the series and all the way through to the end. I'm not 100% sure how many issues are in this, but one of the nice benefits of working at a comic shop is you can order these comics at cost plus a certain percent above that, and that's the portion that I have to pay, so I'm not paying anywhere near cover price, which is really nice, so I can get my comics really inexpensively. One of the benefits to working there, for sure. Absolute Batman #2. Art was really good. Story was slow to me personally, and I think my own personal opinion, there's debate in the shop about what's going to happen with all of these Absolute series, if it's sort of new hype and that's going to die off. And in my experience, that's what's going to happen. I think Absolute Batman will be the title that continues on the longest. Ordering numbers have already dropped drastically, even for issue 2, and secondary market numbers have calmed down for this, but also Superman and Wonder Woman, they're not going for all that much, so you can see that the interest, at least the aftermarket interest, has waned, and the collectability and the FOMO and all of that. So the reason why this issue is slow, the first part was good. Middle, for those of you who won't be reading this, the middle part of the story, we have a young Batman, and he has some family problems, that in itself wasn't the slow part, but there's a good portion of the story where him and sort of a young version of Batman's rogue gallery are playing poker and talking, and that just carries on for, in my opinion, too long. So we're going on 4 pages here, and then it gets back into some action. I personally, I'm not going to continue reading the title, but out of the 3, I think this is by far the best. The art is still really fun, and I'll enjoy it for that when I see it on the shelf. A little bit of a spoiler, sorry about that. If you didn't want to see it, this is his Batmobile. The image is out on the internet. So I was hoping in this issue for a bit more of conflict between Alfred and Batman, but Alfred is more helping Batman in this issue. And there was a stealing of a motorcycle in the first issue. I thought that was going to lead to more conflict between them. Now, the thing that sort of pushed me at least over the edge at the very end is a young Batman is being mean to his parents, get out of my room type of stuff, don't talk to me, leave me alone. And then we have Selina, who pops up in his window, and she's like, get up, you're coming with me, sort of this lady boss. And of course Batman's going to be this beta male, and oh, okay, I'll go, I was just rude to my parents, told them to get out, and now this person pops in, and you're coming with me, and he's going to follow her. So I'm not interested in that type of storyline. To each his own on that. So I'll be stopping with issue 2, but I'll be checking out the art because the art looks pretty interesting. So, all right, this is not a new title, but this is a first appearance. The Incredible Hulk issue 6. This is the first appearance of Ghost Rider 44, and this is a copy I was able to pull out of the back bins and read and bring home. So I was happy to get my hands on this because I'm excited for this new Marvel Hell Hunters title, which would be coming out in a month or 2. And just did the FOC cutoff ordering for this. There's some fun covers. The 1 in 25 cover is the best. We didn't order enough copies for our shop to get to that, but there are some fun other covers for that. So this was a lot of fun, this issue, if you get a chance to read it. There is a little value on the book. I think it's going for $10 or $15, maybe max $20. So if you find it in your back bins at your local LCS, grab it. This one was priced at $3.99 or $2.99, $3.99 at my local shop. So I grabbed that, and so they're out there to find. And if this Hell Hunter series takes off for some reason, you have the first appearance of this Ghost Rider 44. This is going to be a World War II battle storyline, and if you are into The Great Escape or enjoyed that movie at all, that's a little bit of what's going on here as far as at least the visuals and the motorcycle and the old styling and stuff, and that's part of the appeal for me. So Incredible Hulk number 6, and that was Johnson was the author on that one. And all right, so these last ones I haven't read yet, but this is Transformers 14. This is the last issue I'll be purchasing of this one. Not because it's bad, it's just allocation of funds in different ways for other titles. But this is the second part to Starscream's origin story. So if you like Starscream, pretty cool cover. Here he doesn't have any legs, and so he has this G.I. Joe style tank as bottom part of his body. In the G.I. Joe universe, in the Energon universe, they're coming together, the Transformers. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but I haven't read this yet, so I'm excited to read this and see what it's about. Last 2 comics are just more spec comics for our shop, or my shop that I'm at. We only ordered 4 of the Noir Edition, Absolute Batman #1. I got a set for myself, so this is just the black and white A cover and then the foil, which is really nice. I knew this would be highly collectible when I was doing the ordering, so I got a copy for me and another set for one other customer who did put in a special order for anything Batman, Absolute Batman, foil related type of stuff. So anyways, those were fun specs. And then the last thing I want to show everybody is just a quick sneak peek to some of the art for the project I'm working on. Previous project, Vamp and Kermuffin. Some of you may have read this already or seen the art for it. This isn't the new project, but I'll give a quick glimpse. Madhouse Comics. This is a friend did a comic book review online on his channel under the cowl of MS, and he bought this comic hoping to, excuse me, my voice is going, but hoping that to read the story of what's on the cover image. There was no story, so I ended up sort of creating my own take on those characters, and that's what I have here. A lot of real fun stuff in here. Vampire, just a fun adventure. I have notes, sketches, and stuff in the back, but my most current project is called Happy Valley. I'll give a quick look at a couple just frames from it. Starts off with sort of a festival type of theme, and it's sort of like a German town, sort of grim fairy tales-ish, and I'm going to be jumping back just to hold my camera on another image, and then coming back to show you. So here's sort of a little bit of the village, a little German in there every once in a while, but for the most part it's in English. Almost all of it is. Concerns this main family. I've changed some of the art on these. These are just early black and white copies. And then I'm going to turn the page. So I'm going around the art while I'm turning the page because I don't want everybody to see everything in the book. I want it to be a surprise. Some of you have seen the Frozen scene where the character is frozen on the swing set, and this is getting into the part of the story that happens. And what I will show you is sort of this lightning scene here. He's frozen obviously, but he's changing, he's aging. And then we have some different character studies, and the main character right here, Coldfinger, will take different forms in the story depending on sort of his activities and what he's been doing in this story. And this is a big sort of splash page that I have on my Instagram. If you want to check out my Instagram, Happy Wolf Art, there's a colored time delay, what is that called, where it shows the sketching, the inking, the coloring, and all that. It's about a 30-second short video. So that's about it. And this is just other cartoon characters, but this is all just a folder of a lot of art that I have for various projects. California Kids, some of you have read. That's more of a prose story with a lot of art. Then I get into some character studies, nice Viking slamming basketball, just character figures. They turn into these ethnic warriors through some powers. We have some California Indian tribes in this story. This is all California Kids stuff. And then we get into Vamp and Kermuffin. So that's just a quick look at some of my art for these different projects that I'm doing. If you're interested to find out more, just let me know. Contact me through Instagram or through YouTube. So, all right. Thanks for joining me for this episode. All right. Bye.